Hey, believe it or not, I have nothing to talk about today. Welp, enjoy the video, you poop face. 18. Curious if y'all got anything actually good. Not really a roast so much as an observation. Why do most of the 18-year-olds who post on here look like they're 35, have a pound or more of makeup on their faces, and dress like hobos? This is just the most recent example. Ah yes, new OF model wants to try her luck with RoastMe, a classic. I've only seen girls with those glasses when they want to be sprayed. If you are wearing those glasses to make you look smart, it's having the opposite effect. Congrats, you are the first person to ever be both 18 and 40 at the same time. I may not have anything good, but it's certainly better than what you've got going on. I'm curious if you have anything good too, but I'm pretty sure that you don't. It's all about clips, filters, and flattering angles. Play to your strengths, I guess. Felt too good recently. Need to be humbled. Apparently there are horse grandmothers. That chin sunk the Titanic. The fact that you have the ability to feel good means I have no way to humble you. There's like an extra inch between your nostrils and your upper lip. Excuse me miss, did you just mew your way to manhood? 22. Roast me. Please don't invite me to your open mic poetry reading. Let me guess, you've been too white for the black kids and too black for the white kids. You look like you could fulfill 3 of my company's mandatory diversity hires. You look like you'd get offended if I took a deep breath around you. Lice spice. You look like you grew up a block away from Sesame Street. The whitest black person I've ever seen. Starts every conversation with, when I got my degree in African studies, I learned that. You look like you just did a pumpkin spice and Hennessy juice cleanse. You have a look about you that screams, my man needs to make $750K a year and I need a $100K ring. Give it to me. You look like tons of fun minus the fun. Trust me, no one wants to give it to you. You look like you throw orange paint over things. Without the lice-infested hair, your head would resemble a mediocre bowling ball. Tell me more about your cats and the marmalade you made recently. 26. Voluntarily celibate. Toast me. You don't have to volunteer. We can tell you are celibate. Damn it, NNN. Ended a few days ago. Please repost these pics in 11 months. Oh, it ain't voluntary, honey. And I'm voluntarily fat. 26F. I'm missing my legs, and I'm voluntarily in a wheelchair. Toast me. You look like you knit and crochet your undergarments. Loved you in orange is the new black. When you try to compensate for your voluntary celibacy by trying to voluntarily look pregnant. Thanks for volunteering. Oh yeah, and I'm a voluntarily non-billionaire. I'm 6'6", 25, and I work at a zoo. Give me your best. 25. You must be living next to a radioactive waste dump. You can play old Santa Claus without makeup, or a fat-suited 25. Brother Ali over here probably gets confused for an orangutan at the zoo all the time. Good thing they have some tranquilizer guns laying around if you get too excited around your female co-workers. 25. Are we talking about human years or one of the animals at your work? 6 feet 6 inches, and working at a zoo? I guess you're the only employee who doesn't need a ladder to clean the giraffe's rear end. You were obviously a well-fed child, because your dad created Jurassic Park. Roast me darker than my favorite coffee, should be plenty of ammo. In medieval times, you were the village idiot. Today you're mama's basement dweller. You've turned out just like everyone you went to high school with thought you would. You look like you use the word recovery to pick up vulnerable women. You look like the type that throws illegal lawn darts at people/animals hoping to hear a scream. Takes a selfie in the bathroom, but hasn't showered in a month. Homeboy didn't even wait until he was old and broke to start eating cat food. You look like the kind of dude who would spend his entire paycheck on a sword. Please give me your honest opinion. There's an episode of The X-Files about you. You look like if Uncle Fester and Lurch had a boy. This is a sub where we jokingly roast people. If you want an actual honest opinion, you'll need to start having friends. You look like you've had more interviews with Chris Hansen than job interviews. Who needs a hat when your eyes are protected by that balcony? Do you live in Chicago and sell women's shoes? I'll bet you can't get up to the second story of your head to comb that hair with those little T-Rex arms. Probably need help picking boogers. Bridge troll that had to move because his bridge was too close to a school and yeah no, court's orders. My honest opinion is carry on with your best life and don't ask for any opinions here. You're one of those figures made of clay and magically animated to fight during World War II. Are your eyes red because you've been crying over your lack of friends, your massive forehead, your lack of hair, or because you spent 2 hours trying to figure out how to spell roast? Tell me why I'm spending the holidays alone this year. All of your potential partners are afraid to ask if you're a guy or a girl. Because your picture is BS. No one drinks all of that in the restroom while just sitting around the toilet. That picture is set up. Your conservative Midwest family isn't ready to accept their lesbian daughter. Your friends thought you were an ugly girl, then realized you were an ugly guy. Naturally, you're going to be alone on the holidays. Wow, rarely do I change my views, but I now think we do need a third bathroom classification. You are alone, because in the great orchestra of life you are so out of tune you chose to play the oboe. 18. Gets cheated on every time, wondering why. Hit me. You definitely use teeth when giving head. Why are you so shiny for such a dull person? Usually posts on here are just really good looking people out to push OF or something. It's nice to see this post isn't that at all. It's refreshing. You look like you don't season your food. Looking at your post history, you said you were 21 4 days ago. Something smells fishy, and it's probably from all your cheating. You're the grilled cheese of dinners. Boring, disappointing, and just laying there in a pool of grease. The only improvement to your face is when I can see my reflection in your face grease. You look like someone who've had their mustache removed using CGI. Your hair, face and everything is much like the toilet paper, best for one-time use. Roast me. I'm training myself to feel more desensitized lol. I'll be honest, nothing's gonna prepare you for the rough 50 years ahead of you. Your dog wags his tail when you leave. You can eat a whole birthday cake in one bite with those chompers. If you were my only child you still wouldn't be my favorite. You're going to have a rough time finding a partner because you look like you're super boring. I mean, I'm bored just scrolling through your pics, even with the surprise Kermit on the third one. How can we roast anything as plain Jane as you? The last time I saw lips like that I was at a public aquarium. You look half-tar, which tracks because I genuinely can't tell if you're a masculine looking girl or a feminine looking guy. It didn't matter the photo, the location, the lighting or the angle. The sheen off the lunar surface of your forehead and cheeks made me question if you weren't possibly a shaved yeti coming back down from that mountain. If a man had your hairline this would be nothing but bald jokes. 30. How many different people are on these photos? As you swipe through the photos, it tells the story progression of how this sweet innocent young Asian girl turns into a basic white girl. Photos are a time lapse from respectable mom to $9.99 a month. Trophy to atrocity in 5 pics. Do your implants have a valve that lets you take air out and re-inflate with a bike pump? On that one pic it looks like you used the gas station air and exceeded maximum pounds per square inch. Red hair, blonde hair, brown hair, makeup you can try to change your looks, but unfortunately, you're still stuck with that face. Why you should not go with the cheaper plastic surgeon a walkthrough in pictures. Roast me. He looks like the type of guy that, if you make him mad he will send a virus to your laptop. Roast you? You look like you'd crumble into dust if you saw sunlight. No, you've been through enough. You look like you make and listen to 8-bit dubstep. You're the reason your mom would pop Plan Bs like Mentos. Don't want to make that mistake again. I think it was even court ordered. Thanks for watching, you grass eating animals. See you soon. Bye and love you.